Looks like I am connected. Hello everyone. Been grinding a bit, cause I had to have this outfit, so enjoy the outfit change. I'm gonna continue with main story. I believe we were at a good stopping point. Because we're gonna go see several cutscenes. Yeah, because probably something bad's gonna happen. Can't be this easy. Zuyaya is like, we're not even level 100 yet, and Woklamat's gonna become, you know, the Dawn servant. Just like looking at everybody like, something's gonna happen. Probably where somebody dies. Zuyaya's like, we've run out of time. We're already level 96. Somebody's gotta die. Zuyaya's like, I've never talked to you once. So, did you get enough training from the dads? That was like an accelerated course in dadding. He's like, damn it, I picked the wrong guys. He's like, I may have had the power of 2 dads and that just wasn't enough. As you guys, like, I sat there and I ate popcorn, honestly. It was my favorite. She's smiling because it was my favorite part. I got to eat popcorn. Okay, bye. Wait, when she said post, she didn't mean postman, right? I'm not delivering letters, right? So yeah, it's like, I don't know, I gotta wrangle a lot of political people. Like, Americ needs a lot of my attention. She's like, can you ask somebody else? I already have a diplomat that needs, like, looking after. He got stabbed once. Can I tell you that story? He got stabbed. In broad daylight. In the street. Okay, maybe it's good I changed my outfit to look fancy. Gotta be presentable, you know, for the ceremony. Man, I really hope they don't red wedding this. I just have trust issues. They're saying, you know, like, no, we're done with the depressing
What a crowd!
stuff.
As befits the changing of Dawn servants.
We're like, I don't know. You've lied to us before.
It's starting.
Somehow I'm very nervous.
The Dawn servant!
Look! He's here!
The head of reason is resting again. Thought he'd grace us for this occasion at least.
What if that head is dead?
People of Tuliolal,
I doubt he'd be
You
able to live
honor
much
us
longer.
with your presence. For on this auspicious day, we witness the dusking of one era and the dawning of the next. The succession of Dawn's servants. But I've talked for long enough. Allow me to present the claimant, whose determination, wisdom, and compassion guided them to triumph and the city of gold.
You know, it's like only a little bit of gold though. Like, could have had more gold to be honest. Oh boy.
My daughter, Wook Lamont.
Yay, she's the best.
Huzzah! Huzzah!
He's my
Long
favorite.
live the Dawn Servant! Long live Tuli Yolal!
Growing up in this city, I used to think I knew all there was to know about Tulihyolal. But my journey showed me how much I had yet to learn about the cultures, histories, and aspirations of this nation. Through the time-honored Ihana, the Hanuhanu taught me how they nourish and cultivate both the land and their bonds with visitors. And with their alpacas and tradecraft, the Pelupelu showed me the depths of their patience and fortitude, to know when to push through and when not to push your luck. From the Moblins and their artisans, I gained insight into the power of creativity, that it is when we are filled with passion and bolstered by the support of others that we produce our best works. And in Kozamauka, I was moved by the history and hopes of the Yokhui, who believe that death isn't the end, that we live on so long as we're remembered. I felt joy and harmony in Yaktel when I tasted Shebruk Pibil, the dish that marked the beginning of peace between the Shebral and Mamurja after centuries of warfare. And I felt sorrow in Mamuk when I met with those who placed their faith in the promise of blessed siblings, and for this were burdened with great suffering. Through the understanding we forged, I'm hopeful that they will find what they seek through friendship and community, for we are all Turali.
Understanding with Mamuk? What sorcery did she use on them?
All of which is to say that, as I've come to know our nation, I've seen the ways in which we thrive, and the ways in which we still struggle.
Excuse me 1 minute, I had a cat emergency, I had to run away.
Some in Kozamauka must resort to banditry to survive. A faction of Yokhui still cling to dreams of conquest. Not everyone lives in peace and plenty. And there's still so much of Tulihyolal I don't know. Places I haven't seen, and people I haven't met. That's why I hope to keep learning about and from you, that we might build a nation where everyone knows happiness. Because if there's one thing my journey has taught me, it's that your happiness is my happiness!
Oh, what's this? What's this music?
I say mine, but the Dawn Servant doesn't need to be a single person, does it?
Oh dear. What is she doing?
Yeah.
No, look, Lamont, you're gonna break your knees. Oh, her knees are shattered.
My father led Tulihiolau to prosperity by the resolve and reason of his 2 heads. But my 1 head can only get us so far. To further change our nation for the better, I'll need someone else. Someone with the knowledge and insight that I lack. So what do you say? Be Dawn Servant with me, Kona?
Lamachi, are you certain?
Absolutely. You take reason, and I take resolve. Together, we make a full Dawn Servant.
You'll have no objections from me, of course. But mine is not the approval you need.
During my time abroad, I experienced the benefits of foreign technologies, some of which I introduced to our nation. Dirigibles now soar the sky in the south, while locomotives traverse the land in the north. I was convinced that by imitating foreign powers, we could assert our strength and thereby deter invasion. Yet despite my intentions, I failed to understand what I was too eager to cast aside, and the very people I wish to protect. My own journey has taught me that culture isn't a hindrance to progress, but a shared value that binds us, connecting lives and generations. With your blessing, I vow to help Tulihiolau prosper in a way that honors the hopes and heritage of all her peoples.
Oops. It's like, hurry up, Koana.
For ultimately, I harbor the same wish as my sister. To give you cause to smile. That is my heartfelt desire.
That and to make a lot of money abroad. And then Zuyaya starts clapping, like, yeah, make a lot of money abroad. Who are these two guys? I'm just like, did I miss something? They're just supporters of Koana.
Glad this didn't go to waste. This is the Lay of Legacy, the part of the Tulihyola saga where you and I become the next Dawn Servant.
Good heavens! Don't tell me this is what kept you so busy ahead of the ceremony.
Just so you know, I didn't decide this on a whim. After reflecting on all we've been through, I realized it was the only answer.
With this, both my brother and I have worthy successors. He would have been proud.
Yeah, I was joking when I said, what if one of the heads was dead? But how are you still breathing?
Of course you knew. It's been 3 years since my brother left us.
Man, and his head just hasn't rotted away? How is this working?
The head of reason is no longer with us.
Oh, tragic tidings.
Zuyaya is still raising her hand how are you okay health-wise?
I'm sorry I never told you. We wanted the people to rest easy until our successor could be chosen. Planning the rite was my brother's final duty. He was determined for it to serve the nation's best interests, and labored nigh without cease. And then he died, forcing me to do the actual work. A sneaky bastard. But he did well. I have to give him that. The outcome speaks for itself. Though not quite to the original script, your new Dawn Servant rises. May they shine resplendent, and their rule bring light ever greater to Tuliolol.
But for real, how did one head die and it just didn't get necrosed? I just have a lot of questions. Also, it's a little bit of body horror to just lug around the dead head of your brother. Are we just gonna do the thing where we're not gonna think too hard about it? Everybody in the silence is shaking their we're not gonna think too hard about it, Zuyaya. We're moving on. None thoughts. Zuyaya's okay. Somebody please bring me a giant bottle of tequila, please. I'm not going to sleep well.
Change is in the air, and it's all because of our little firebrand. Every Ilmer father's daughter, that one. I'll be watching where you steer this nation, lass. With what time I've got left.
Oh, don't you do it. Oh man, no. He's like the coolest guy around right now. So yeah, I was also kidding about that somebody dying. I thought it was the head of reason. Oh, they're all saying the same thing. Okay. Maybe it'll be like Amric. Like, we didn't see him die. Amric got stabbed and he survived. And is anybody gonna ask about where the third brother's at? Because I don't think he's okay. So you guys, like, remember how he's, like, scarily got anger issues? So you guys, like, I think I got anger issues, and that guy's he needs therapy more than I do. So you guys, like, I've attempted anger management. I got kicked out of anger management, but I at least attempted anger management. The next referral they were giving her was Estinian, and she's like, absolutely not. They're like, Estinian's really good. He's really good at, you know, calming feral beasts down. We think you will be a good contender. I would love to call you Lamachi. So yeah, I was like, I don't know how to sign for this. She's like, she's thinking. She's like, what sort of sign name should I give? So like, what if I use the sign for Dawn and then cat ears? And Woklama has no idea what an honor that is. Zuyaya very rarely gives out the sign names. She's like, still thinking. What about that little flappy cloak thing you got? That's pretty cool. Big giant axe. Dawn axe. That's your name, Dawn axe. She's like, your name's now Dawn axe. So it's like, I'm sure Kettenrom's like, Kettenrom's fine. signing. Let's go, Dawn Axe, and pulls the left click. I don't know what you're signing. Yeah, it's like, your own damn fault for not knowing sign language right off the bat. Man, I'm really hungry for tacos. I'm wondering if my stomach can handle tacos yet. Maybe some very not spicy tacos. Gonna have to get, like, the bland ground meat tacos. I don't even think I could handle Taco Bell, which is not real tacos, but it classifies as taco. Yes. The fans all here. Yeah, I don't like that these two are missing.
Seen everyone you wanted to see?
I have. Sorry for keeping you all. Now, there's just one last matter. What Kona spoke to you about. I'm sure he made it abundantly clear, but I'm completely serious. I want you to stay in Tulichola with me. I'm not forcing you, of course. But should you wish it, you'll always have a place here. Ah, that's right. This is for you. A permit granting passage to Shatural, which, as I recall, you've yet to see. An adventurer like you could hardly resist, no? I can't believe our journey is over already. You accepted me as a comrade and stood with me to the end. You have my eternal gratitude. Thank you. Well, I had better get going. I need to start learning all my official Dawn servant duties. I'll be sure to share what my old man says about the Golden City, too. Once he tells me. Till then, feel free to pass the time as you like.
For now, I will remain in Tural. There's someone I'd like to see before returning to Sharlayan.
What about the rest of you?
Alize and I also intend to remain a while longer. As educational as this experience has been thus far, we feel there are even more lessons to be had for Garlemald. By hearing about the peace your father facilitated, and then seeing you reforge relations with Mamook, we were reminded of a profound truth. That is, acceptance begins with understanding.
And, like you demonstrated throughout the rite, there are unexpected yet effective ways for two sides to understand each other. The question is how to encourage it, and by seeing more of this nation born of unity, we hope to find some hints.
Personally, I can hardly wait to learn more about the City of Gold. So, if I may, I'd like to stay in Tula Yolal as well.
By all means. Your rooms are at your disposal for as long as you need them.
And what of you? Thinking of touring Shak Tural, perhaps?
Jay's like, I don't know. Expecting more gold out of this. Got some cool things, though.
Perhaps we could travel together? The person I intend to meet is my mentor, so I'll be visiting my hometown in Shak Tural.
Ah, Zuyaya's like, it's one of those choices where it doesn't matter.
If you have no particular destination in mind, I'd be happy to guide you en route.
Then it's farewell for now. Take care, all of you.
And everything was fine. And Ketan Ram is not in danger. And we're all having a good time.
When you're ready, come and meet me at the Shak Tural Skygate.
Another Tsundere was like, it's not like I was watching you or anything.
We're friends to the end, you hear me? Friends to the end!
Okay, to the area that's been barred to us this entire expansion. Yeah, it's like, I gotta get in there. It's been mysterious. They're like, yeah, there's Viera there, and she's like, great. A group of people that are tall and don't have a lot of nonsense. If only the Elven could learn after them. Meanwhile... Ah, this bitch. Oh wow. Why is he like the one sibling who's like a super bitch? Oh, they're not gonna tell us. Oh boy, the big giant bridge. Zuyaya now has a pass, and look, Lamont did right. She can do what she wants. Zuyaya's like, I have a permit.
Shall we then?
Oh boy, it's the Wild West.
On the far side of that great bridge unfolded the wilds of Shaloni, where the sun guides in the Shatona tongue. A harsh guide, to be sure, with its blazing rays scorching the land and hardening its inhabitants. But sweeping change had come to the arid expanse when, beneath its red crust, vast deposits of ceruleum were discovered. Embracing this opportunity, Vau Kona supporters hurtle on, driven by dreams of a future illuminated by blue flame.
There's gold
It is here that our journey continues, our path taking us along winding roads of steel. Each length of track a declaration of hope and ambition. My home, Yasulani, lies past Shaloni. It will be a long journey, but the railroad should make it easier. As for the way to the train station, let's ride these fellows, shall we?
She's like, oh boy, something bigger than me. So yeah, it's like, I'm small. I could just ride on Aaronville's backpack. Dust storm just picked up. Yeah, it's like, I have hunted far worse. She was like, oh boy, heading to the saloon, what I've always wanted. She's like, this is giving too much Uldal vibes. It looks like the tilt is off today. I don't know, it's usually not very noticeable with the birds. Town blew up.
Well, well. It's become a proper town.
Hey!
Oh boy, saloon scene.
Now hold on a minute.
Some sort of trouble.
I'm talking to you, you old bastard.
Give me strength. For the last time, the investigation is closed. There's no refuting the evidence.
I don't give a shit about your evidence, you lying scum. You release my friends, or I'll make you wish you had.
Let me remind you who the scum is here. Your friends, who had the temerity to point their firearms at me, the Deputy Chief of the Dust Watch. And after taking them into custody, what should we discover but incontrovertible proof that they had committed larceny? They will not be released until they've paid for their crimes.
I'd heard the peacekeeping force had been formed to deal with growing lawlessness. Seems the situation is bad indeed.
Still kicking up a fuss, eh? Sounds like poor Zuyaya needs his bottle.
Sure he wouldn't prefer his mama's teat? Treat me like a child, will you? My friends haven't done anything wrong, damn it! They've been framed!
Oh, stubborn little runt. Listen here, Zuyaya. If you want to be treated like an adult, then you'd best comport yourself like one. That means respecting the rule of law. Order may be precarious here in Shaloni, but it can be had if each man does the right thing. And for those that don't, well, they have to answer to the Dust Watch. Now run along and think before you cast aspersions next time. Lest you hurt my feelings.
Fine! If that's how it's gonna be.
I wouldn't if I were you.
Oh my god!
Is that?
Of course he's in the fucking Wild West.
There's a time to fight and a time to withdraw. For you, that's now.
This dude's like, I'm a licensed therapist. And Zuyaya's like, that's a lie. He only is good for therapy for dragons.
Hey! What are you doing, Zekawa? You better not be stirring up trouble.
Wahute! You sack of Ronek shit! This ain't over! You hear me?
You want to tell me what that was about?
Nothing that need concern you, sir. Zekawa is simply struggling to come to terms with the low character of his friends. But for good measure, I'll have the men keep an eye on him.
Yes, you do that.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll go make my rounds.
So we got corrupt sheriff. God, Stydian. Yeah, I was like, oh my god. I wondered where you went off to. I just didn't think I'd find you in the fucking saloon.
I wasn't expecting to see your faces among the crowd.
If that's my line.
Talk is rife, there's a new Dawn servant. Take it you found it then. The Golden City.
So yeah, so yeah, it could have been more gold, honestly. And just, you know. There's always next time.
The contest is over. And as I needed to return home to Yasulani, I offered to show our friends some of Shak Tural. What brings you north?
Yeah, what the fuck are you doing here?
Nothing in particular. Just seeing what there is to see.
Drinking. During the day, during the night. Telling people about dragons. I don't seem to know a lot about dragons around here. I don't know what's the more sarcastic one.
Gulul Jaja compensated me rather generously for our duel. I'll be able to enjoy a comfortable life on the road for the foreseeable future.
He's like, I got that king gold. What about you, Zuyaya? So he's like, I got the future queen gold.
But for now, I shall be moving on. Oh, by the way, I recommend you try the Sabatender. They may not look it. They're surprisingly delicious.
Oh, Jesus, he's just sampling the local cuisine everywhere. He's like, this looks weird, I'm gonna eat it.
We don't serve Sabatender here.
Oh my god, they served him buffalo oysters or something. Somebody out here, somebody tricked Estinian into eating like buffalo balls or something like that. Somebody did. They're like, yeah, this is, you know, a huge delicacy. And they made him eat balls. I was like, gotta play by the rules. Like, I guess I look around. Oh my god, triple triad. What's in this saloon? Oh my gosh. Thancred, is that you? We know you're just in a disguise. What's the weather? Gales. Might go the whole expansion without forgetting my aetherite. Alright, we'll be doing these side quests later. I'm already a good healthy level above where the quests are taking me. Got bandits. Man, if this ends up in like some train robbery. Just get the baby one. Like, sorry, it took a while. We had to procure a special made pony. Yeehaw, partners. How far did we travel? Not that far. Alright, blue hair. We just gotta find a main character somewhere around here. She's like, you make friends with really small people. You really don't want to use that name. Is that like just in this tone of language? And they keep dead naming him. She was like, where's Justinian? Why can't he take care of this? She's like, he's perfectly capable of swooping in and saving the day too. Yeah, he's like, fire 4 to the face. She's like, oh boy, you guys got left with me. Aren't you lucky? They're like, she's small, we can handle it. She's like, isn't this great? Oh wow, that went by so fast. She was like, that's right. Yeah, I think the tilt is broken today, which, huzzah! I'm not a big fan of the tilt. I want it to stay broken. Alright, I'll have to finish up this part, and then I gotta go cook dinner. So yeah, I was like, oh, I love violence. Like, the answer is violence in this situation. So yeah, I was like, do you think that they could kill me? Like, they gotta try harder. So yeah, it's like, I've literally taken down gods. What chance do they have? He's like, please don't murder anyone, Zuyaya. We can hurt them, but we can't perform murder. And Zuyaya's like, ugh, gotta take the fun out of this. Alright. We'll come back to all this later after I've had my dinner. So, see you later.